company investing in Iraq since we are an oil-oriented organization and Iraq has one of the most important reserves of oil in the world.
I agree with you. However, we also need to look at the downsides of the country. For example, Iraq has a really poor infrastructure, and we as a company we need to invest in that in order to get what we want. And also, all the other sectors of the economy have to be developed, and that would affect us directly.
Despite that, the government has created several projects in order to develop programs and ideas regarding the potential for oil and gas business. As well, an international exhibition is celebrated each year in Iraq to enforce the infrastructure in the country, which in the long term can benefit the companies that had invested in it.
I believe I know what you're talking about. However, the government has had this idea for a long time, and we haven't seen results.
Iraq has significant geographic advantages. One of them is the border with the Persian Gulf, which provides the advantage of distribution of oil and gas to other countries. As well, it is important to remark that the Persian Gulf is one of the most important energetic basins in the world. Also, the geographic location of the country provides the advantage of possible negotiations with neighboring countries.
I see your point, but we also need to look into the political stability of the country, and right now it isn't so good. Their president just recently had a stroke and he's recovering from that, which leaves the prime minister as the head of the country, and he has burned his bridges with the three religious groups that exist within the country. And right now they're at the edge of a civil war, so it's not recommendable for us to go
The
in.
country is known for its insecurity. It's important to recall that the security has improved substantially along the years. As well, the country has become one of the ultimate emerging markets due to the 122 billion reserves of oil in the territory, making it a window of opportunity that has opened for foreign markets like us, for example.
I disagree with you on what you said about security improving because I believe it's still a problem and Al Qaeda is still present and it keeps shattering society's peace with constant bombings. Also, corruption is a big problem, and according to Transparency International, it ranks 169 of the 164 countries that are listed. This makes it really difficult to have business
Do you
in
think it's
Iraq.
easy to start a business in Iraq?
Well, I think that it's not easy, but I think it's possible to do it. We will have several factors that can give us negative results, but at the same time, I think that in the long term, it will be positive to have a business in there, and we will increase the profits in a big level, I think. And I mean, at the beginning, it will be hard to do it, but we can do it.
How do you respond to that?
In my opinion, it's not going to be easy to establish a business there because there's a lot of lack of information and also there's conflicting laws that make it difficult to do business there. Iraq's tax laws, on the other hand, are really hard to understand and old-fashioned, and it has a lot of ambiguities. It's ranked as one of the countries that it's the most difficult to start a business in, and this is because it's hard to get construction permits, it's hard to get a credit, and also registering property is an issue. So I believe that looking at the past, it has deteriorated, so it's not a good option to
Do you
go in.
think the long-term trend is going to be for this country? Will in the next 5 years the business improve or it will decrease its quality of the business?
Well, I personally believe that it will improve significantly. Um, I think that the laws and probably the government is going to manage better the situation in that country. And I think that a lot of firms, international firms, will invest in the country. And if they invest today, in the future they will have greater profits and benefits. And therefore, I think we should invest in the country. I think it's going to be better in the future since the reserve of oil that we have. It's the main opportunity there.
Okay. And what do you think?
Assuming all you said turns into reality, then of course it will get better. And but realistically, we can't expect everything to turn out the way we want, and it's gonna be there's gonna be repercussions for us. We're gonna lose money, and all the investments that we may have made are gonna be completely lost.
According to you, what would be the final proposition?
Um, I think we should analyze better the information that we got and as well take another options such as joint ventures with another companies so that we don't have a bigger risk. Um, Probably that would be.
I propose to look into another country that fits the same characteristics as Iraq but with less risk. For example, Saudi Arabia. It's a really big country, it has a great market, and it has the same reserves. And also, it it has a lot of impact in the Muslim culture, so we can take advantage of that. Any other country that would be less riskful would be my proposition.
Okay, thank you.